Hello everybody, welcome to this fantastic reading. I'm going to do a Virgo reading for July 15th to the 20th of 2024. This reading is provided by of how it's going to be because about how it is. Virgos are quite kind of strange these days. And when it's time to in place about how everything is, doing the middle finger to somebody that you're not supposed to, and being mean, being ridiculous, being how untrue you were, and how disgusting it is. And I can see Virgo like right through them, obviously, on how they, on their tone of voice, their body language, everything else. Because the person wants to be, the way of how it goes, to be the center of attention. Now, who cares about being the center? Who cares about it? And because they want to pick on a Scorpio, they want to pick on him. They want to say bad words. They want to, show disrespect and how it is. And it's unworthy about understanding about how it is because you have to learn from right and wrong. And it's very difficult to understand that. And it's the way of how it goes. It's the way of how general it is. Because in one way or another, it's like this is how an opportunity is. It's how it spreads, and this is how it seems to be. So anyway, the point being is that I'm going to do these cards. I think basically how it's gonna go. I know for a fact that this is just how the reading is. Oops. And this is how it seems to be. So I understand that this is just the way it happens, and this is how it's going to be. So I know for a fact that this is just the way it seems to be, and I understand how it is. Okay, so I understand how it's going to be, and this is how it's going to be. So this is just the reading is going to go. But one way or another, this is how it seems to be. Because this is how it kind of is. It's the one way or another of how it is. It's seeing of how it seems to be, And, this is like a good way. This is a wonderful reading, and this is how it is. Because this is what it seems to be, and this is how it goes. Because in one way or another, it's the way, right? It's the way of how it goes. And I'm just going to read you the oracle cards because I want to read you that, and then we're going to get started with the reading as well. So the further ado is that we have peace. I'm being of love, and I release all negative energy. That's how it is, right? A Virgo will need to act like that because about being mean to a Scorpio and stuff. They need to have self-respect. And have self-esteem. So they need peace, right? They need to get off their negative energy and all that stuff. Secondly, relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. That's how it is. Virgos do have relationships, but in order to do something to, be mean and to be rude to a Scorpio or whoever and have your eyes on them for 10 times a day, and you look at them from the table and how disguised about that, and it's very how intelligent it seems to be, and this is how it is. And lastly is fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. That's how it is, right? Because Virgos do have fear, and a Scorpio does have fear about Virgo because a Virgo does be attractive of a Scorpio, but one way or another it's like they like to have a love and hate relationship, and they don't get along. They seem to be all different and being annoying with each other and who knows what, and this is how it seems to be. So this is how it is because in one way or another, it's the way of how it is, and this is how it seems to be. So I know that this reading does help you, and I know it kind of does because in one way or another, is the way of how it is, of how it seems to be. Because in one way or another, is the way of knowing what to do, and it's the way of how it is in one way or another. Because this is just how the reading goes. So this is just the way it goes, and this is how it seems to be, and this is how it is. Let's get started. Alright, so this is how it seems to be, because we have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the Death card that's reversed. So there was like no endings in this situation. There's nothing. But, the Temperance is like, you have healing, you're going to go, you have the Knight of Wands is upright, and then you have the Knight of Swords is upright. So this could be a different way about Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. There's another way about there is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is how it is. This is how it's going to be, because this is just an ordinary reading, but it needs to be how, conflict it seems to be, because in one way or another, this is how it is. So this is how it remains. So this is just the way it goes. So I'm going to clarify the Page of Swords, and I'm going to clarify the Death card. Is you have the Ace of Cups that's reversed, and you have the Tower that's reversed. So there's, nothing is not going to happen yet, but in one way or another, this is how it seems to be. This is just an opportunity. This is how it goes. This is just the way it seems to be. It's the way of how it goes, but in one way or another, it's how devastating it is. And this is how it is. So I'm going to clarify these two cards, because I'm going to clarify. The Queen of Cups is upright. So there could be another Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So there could be, there's could be a water person that was dealing with this, having healing, and not getting along, and how that is, right? So this is how it seems to be, because in one way or another, it's how, how different this is, right? It's an opportunity waiting to happen, so I understand that. I'm going to clarify the Temperance card. I'm going to clarify that. I'm going to clarify that. The Six of Wands is upright. Yeah. We have the Seven of Cups that's reversed. Then we have the Six of Cups reversed. Interesting. So understand how that is, because it's not going to be very peaceful. It's the way of how it goes, right? It's the way of how, a monologue sequence is. It's the way of how it seems to be. Because you need to be acting like there's something that's happening in one way or another, and this is how it is. So I understand how it is, but in one way or another, it's kind of interesting of how it is. It's the way of how it goes, because you think, woe is me, and, I'm not very strong enough, or I can't do this anymore, or, and you see it as a wonderful way. But then you think to yourself, oh, well, it's the one way to understand that. So let's see. Yeah, see, the Five of Wands is upright. Yeah, because, you're in that difficult situation, right? Because you have a lot of people are actually doing that. The Five of Wands is like there's chaos. There's lots of opportunities. And the Two of Swords is reversed, because you understand exactly which direction you're taking. So basically while you're having, some kind of chaos that's happening, it's the way of how it goes. It's the way of how it seems to be one way or another, but everything can, flip. It's the way of how it seems to be. So I understand that perfectly well, because this is how this reading goes, and this is how it is, right? Because in one way or another, it's like you're trying to stay how everything was, and this is how it seems to be, because when there's something happening, you see it, right? You see it as a bird's eye view, and when it's happening, you think, oh, well, I can't do it anymore. I don't know what to do. Well, let me clarify the Six of Wands and the Five of Wands. Okay, I'm going to clarify that. The Queen of Swords is upright. Yeah, because this could be another woman. So this could be another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is how it seems to be. This is a woman-on-woman situation, because they don't get along, right? Because they have chaos. Now, the opportunity is about a Virgo and a Scorpio. They act like, there's something happening between them. And, it's the way of how it is. This is like an imbalanced way. You have to put your things into perspective. You have to go with the flow. And whether things can go bad, you have to look at them from a different way. Like, you have to look at it from a different way. So I'm going to see this because it does make sense, and the cards are not lying. No, they aren't, because I'm just telling you all about how this reading is. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Cups, and I'm going to clarify the Queen of Swords. I'm going to clarify that Two of Swords. So I have the Nine of Swords that's reversed, yeah, because no one's not having anxiety, not how it is. Then you have the Six of Swords reversed, interesting. And you have the Seven of Swords reversed, because there's no one not getting hurt here. Not at the moment, because this is how it seems to be. It's the way of how it goes. It's like the underlying of how everything kind of is, because in one way or another, it's like everything is going to flip. And you have to, believe how it goes, and this is how it is. And I'm going to clarify once again. Like, I'm just telling you what's going on, because, this is just how the reading is. So I'm just going to clarify again on how it seems to be. So we have the Fool that's reversed, because there's no change, right? There's nothing. Page of Wands reversed, interesting, followed by the Knight of Cups reversed. So we're going to clarify that. So you see how it goes, right? You see how everything is. Now you know, okay, well, what's going to happen now? Well, let's predict something. Let's predict about how everything is going to go in one way or another, because everything is going to be all shifted. And you think, oh, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen? Well, let me explain. The point being is that in this whole entire reading, it does make sense. But in order to do that, this is just how it is. So let's see. Yeah, see the Seven of Swords reverse, right? Because, you're not having that idea about having, you're not feeling hurt. The Knight of Cups, that's reversed. And then you have the King of Swords reversed. See? So now we have reverse cards, right? Because it's all negative, right? And there was something that was very an opportunity about it, because you're trying to figure out who's doing this and what's going on, right? And there are two sides of a different story here. You know, and you need to face your own fears to understand that, right? Because in one way or another, it's going to hit you across the head, you know, and if you're not paying attention to it, everything is going to go downhill. You know, it's the way of how it goes. Because I'm not like, the cards are not lying. It's I'm just telling you what the reading is, because, you know, it's the way of how it goes. You know, and I'm going to clarify this again because I still want to know. So let's see. Yeah, the world is reversed because there's incompletion here, right? The Two of Coins, that's reversed because there's no balance here. And the Seven of Coins is reversed. So what's opposite about these two? The Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah, because there's no you know, how it is. Like, no understanding, probably. Ace of Coins reversed. And Four of Coins is upright. So there could be actually like money problems in this situation. There could be that. Or maybe it could be that, maybe. But it all depends about how this reading is going to go. You know, it's almost like a messed up reading, but in one way or another, it's not. No, it's not. Because I haven't got into these cards yet, and I will. So this might surprise you all because of how it is. This is just how a Virgo and Scorpio reading is, but I'm just seeing how it kind of is. So I want to know if that was the way of how it seems to be. And if I'm right, I'm right. Let's see. The Seven of Swords is upright, yeah, because there's deceit. Yeah, right? Because someone's feeling hurt. You know, and that's how it is, right? Even the Two of Wands is upright because there's planning, right? Because you're planning on that you're being hurt, you're being attacked. And the Two of Pentacles reversed because there's no balance. I said that before, right? Because this could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There could be another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, right? Because this is how it is. You know, and you trying to figure things out. And what's the opposite about this Two Pentacles? The Seven Pentacles is upright because there's vision. Yeah, because you're going to have your own vision. You're going to think that what's true, and what's not. You know, and you think about yourself. You think about, oh, how it is, right? So you have to figure this out. You know, and this is how it seems to be, because in one way or another you think, oh, you know, how it is. Like, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. Right? And you think to yourself, and you think about how everything is, and you think about how untrue or how nasty it seems to be. You know, and this is just how it is, you know. So I want to see what's going on. Yeah, the Ten of Cups is reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, see? And the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, because you already have your career. You already know exactly which going you're doing. You know, because that's how it is. Right? And the cards are telling me the truth. You know, because there's deceit, planning, vision. Right? You have that ability. You know, you think that, oh, everything is all, you know, how different it is. But you think about how, you know, things are. You know, it's the way of how it goes. It's like, You need to understand this. Even I'm talking about a Virgo and a Scorpio, for God's sakes. Like, I want to see this how it is. Yeah, because Eight of Wands reverse, there's no speed. No. Because everything is like slowed down. You know? The Knight of Swords reverse, because there's no drama. Not at the moment, but in time there could be. Knight of Cups is upright, yeah, because there's fulfillment. See, everything is fulfilled. Because about vision. Right? It's the way of how it goes. You know, and it's very unrealistic about how things are. You know? Because you need to think about yourself. You need to act like there's something happening, you know? And I'm just telling you what the cards are saying. I'm not being mean or rude, but I'm just telling you what's going on. So let's see. Ace of Swords is upright because there's understanding here. Yeah, see? You're going to understand. And the Eight of Swords reversed because there's no anxiety. Not right now, but in later on stages, there could be anxiety. You know, and this is how it is, right? Because you think to yourself, you think about how things are, and, you know, it's pathetic. You know, it's the way of how it goes. Because look at this reading now. Doesn't it make sense? Yes, it does. Right? And you think to yourself, oh, well, you know, nothing happens. In time, there could be, you know, and this is how it is. It does make sense. Because you think to yourself, oh, like, what's going on, and how it is, and, you know, that's how it seems to be. Which I wanted to clarify this card over here to see what happens. The Two of Swords is upright. Yeah, because now you know, now you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. So you can see this, right? Because now we have the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have, you know, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, right? So we know that how it is, right? This is the way of how it goes. Because you think to yourself, oh, well, you know, I don't know what to do now. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. I can't do this anymore. Well, you know what? It's the way of how it goes. Put yourself into perspective. Pay attention about how it is. You can't always rule the other person and say mean words and, you know, give them a middle finger and everything else, you know. It's pathetic, you know. And I know what a Virgo is, you know. It's the way of how, you know, where she acts, and she thinks that, oh, everything's fine, let me pick on Scorpio, let me be mean to him, let me say all these things to him. You know what, if you're acting fine, but if you're being innocent, being guilty, being a know-it-all, being everything they can think of, and being all the center of attention, yeah, right, like, what's the use? The reading does make sense, but in order to do it, you have to be how, you know, using your intuition to understand about how you're feeling, how your other friend who's feeling is being a Scorpio. You have to understand that. It's the way of knowing what to do. Yes, there are times where, you know, you are discovering about yourself and say, okay, well, I don't want to be mean anymore. I want to be a different person. Well, you know what, Virgo and Scorpio, you have to pay attention to whether things are. If you have a understanding, if your fulfillment, if you have Two of Swords, which means the direction you're going to take, left to right. You know, and when you're feeling deceit, you're feeling hurt. You know, and Virgo does hurt a Scorpio man. A Scorpio man does take that. But in a way about considering that option, where you want to be all mean, being all disheartening, disorganized, and, you know, do your own things. Why would a Virgo woman try to pick on a Scorpio and give them the middle finger? Now that's a good question to all my viewers out there. But you know what? You have to pay attention, because in order to do something, you have to think of yourself. Think about how, you're going to be all, nice to that person. One day you might be nice, one day you're going to be mean. It's a love and hate relationship, for God's sakes. Okay? Read between the lines. Have a silver lining. Have everything else. Because, in that way, you have to put yourself into perspective. There's one way or another. You have to know exactly who, what, where, when, why, sometimes how in that situation. Because there are two sides of the story here. If one person likes to pick on the other person and, go behind their back and say things and whatever, it's like, I can understand about how it goes. It's the way of how it seems to be, because you need to understand that. And if you believe that you have to have sympathy and have, you're being angry, you have interference, you have intervened, and when a Virgo woman likes to look at a Scorpio man for more than 10 times, staring at him, intimidated by him, whatever, she's attracted to a Scorpio man. She doesn't think that, but in other words, she does. Now, that's called love. Okay? In the way about having a love and hate relationship, one day you're hating that person because you want to be all the center of attention. Do you? Well, you know what? You have to think about yourself. Think about what's true to you. And if you keep picking on that person every single time, and you're saying hi to that person, and then you're avoiding that person because you don't want to say hi to them, because you're all pissed off, you're being annoyed, and this is how it is. A Virgo can act like that because she likes to be all childish and having, saying, woe is me, I can't do this anymore, oh, everyone hates me, or I can't do it anymore now because I'm just expressing how it is, right? I'm exaggerating, okay? And what that means is that I'm using sarcasm, okay? If you don't know what that is, look it up on the internet. But the point being is that what I'm saying is that a Virgo does act like that, and I can read that. I can read her like a book, because whether she likes to act like, oh, I'm nice one day, okay, sure, but the following day is like, no, I hate that person, oh, why that person likes to annoy me, oh, I can't do this, oh, I'm such a, this is how it is, because in one way or another, you have to fix your own rhythm, fixing that you can do whatever you want to do, but in order to pick on somebody like that, try to get a hold of things, try to do whatever, is that a good person? No. It's the person that likes to be all jealousy and, having all gossip and, that's how it is, right? And that's how rumor spreads, because they want to know about the good stuff rather than bad stuff, And I can see that. I can see right through a Virgo woman, for God's sakes, okay? A Virgo woman is trying to, try to intimidate the Scorpio man, where she wants to have, where she might have secrecy of relationships. Maybe she's, having that fear base. Maybe she thinks that there was something that she's having peace, but she's taking all the negativity and putting on Scorpio man. Now, it's very outrageous of how it is, okay? You can see me a little bit, niffed, like a little bit anger, but in one way or another, I'm trying to say it to all of you. If you are in a hate relationship between a Scorpio man and a Virgo woman, don't do it. Don't. Because, I have been there so many times where I'm trying to, talk to a Virgo woman, and, she's nice and whatever. But then she gets all pissy, all angry, messed up, and how it is, and she likes to be the meanest person, whatever, and she doesn't like her own life and everything else. And I can understand that. Because you have to know exactly your P's and Q's. It's the way of how it goes. You have to put yourself into perspective. You have to know exactly how it is. And this is what it is. Okay? So let's continue about this reading. And I'm just going to do what the universe is saying. And this is how it is. Pay attention to all, because, this is how it is. Enough is enough, And if a Virgo woman likes to pick on a Scorpio man, and she doesn't know it, and she gives him the middle finger and everything else, it acts like she wants to be, the center of attention. She wants to be the bully. She wants to be all these things. I can see right through her, and that's how it is. So if you are a Scorpio man or a Virgo woman, pay attention, because, one day or another, a Virgo woman will think, oh my God, I'm the winner. And you think, no, you're not. No, you're acting selfish and, being mean and, how it is, right? And that's how it is. So I can see right through you, and this is how it is. Okay? So let's see about this, one last land of this reading. So I'm going to see what this Two of Swords is. I'm going to do 3 cards. Then I'm going to do the Ace of Swords, and I'm going to do the 9 Cups. So we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed because there's no comfort. The 6 of Pentacles upright because there's kindness. Obviously, yes, but in one way or another. Page of Wands is upright because there's invention. Yeah, right? Because you're paying attention. You're acting all kindness in one way or another, and that's how it is. But on the Virgo side is like how things are, right? The Six of Pentacles represents Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but it does represent that. What's the opposite of the Ace of Swords? This is interesting. The Page of Pentacles reversed because there's no prospects. There's nothing about that. Wow. Page of Swords reversed because there's no education. Interesting. The Justice reversed because there's no truth. Interesting about it. But the Queen of Swords is upright because there's independence. Yeah, because independence. Because, while Virgo is, saying, oh, I'm not mean, I'm acting innocent because, you have this is the card that you see is upright. It means the truth. But when it's reversed, it means that you're not telling the truth, you're lying. And that's what a Virgo is. She's lying because she's not acting like she's mean, but she is. And that's how it is. So you get it from your own mind, because if you're acting like when you have independence, why are you having, telling lies, and you're doing that? Just to be the center of attention? No, forget it. And last but not least is the 9 of Cups. So let's see. Okay, so the 8 of Cups reversed because there's no introspection. Then Queen of Cups reversed because there's no empathy. But 2 of Cups is upright because there were relationships. Yeah, I just said that. So in one way or another, like Virgo is like acting all kindness, but then she's having independence, but then she's lying because she's acting all nice, but in one way or another she's not, right? And then she's in relationships, because she's telling the Scorpio to back off, leave me alone, but then Scorpio's saying, no, I can't handle it, because whenever you're giving someone a bad reputation, it represents that this is how it is, and I'm just gonna say this out loud because I know something that Virgo doesn't know, and she needs to understand that. It's so simple. So I'm just going to do one more. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to clarify this Justice card. The Fool is upright because there's change. Yeah, there's going to be change. There's going to be change because Virgo is going to act like she's going to change about her kindness, and she's going to act like that because she's acting like, oh, I'm kind, I'm going to be that. No, cut the crap, because you're acting like all mean to a Scorpio, and you hate it. You hate your own life, and you want to be the center of attention. No, you're hurting Scorpio. On the way that this is just how it goes, But what's opposite between the invention and kindness? The Six of Cups is upright. Guess there's the past. Yeah, because, when you have independence, change, kindness, invention, past, relationships, it's all going through that, manifestation. And this is how it seems to be, because in one way or another, it's the truth. It's nothing else but the truth, and it's the way of how it goes, because in one way or another, it's how it seems to be. And I'm going to clarify these cards because I want to see if it was that. So let's see. The Ten of Fire is too much work. I accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. Yeah, see? That's how it is. It's the way of how it goes, right? Because that's how it seems to be. The Ten of Air. The end of the difficult situation. Embrace the change. Expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Yeah, that's how it is, right? Because that's how it seems to be. And last but not least is the Page of Earth. Squarely, dependable, patient, successful. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging. A new era of study. Yeah, that's how it is, right? Because, it's the way of how it goes. It's the way of, branching off by different situations, right? Because, you have to act like there's something happening, and when you have it, you think that everything's fine, everything's all dandy, everything